So I decided we was going to do it anyway. I mean, it's late. It's normally we normally have to start before midnight because it's the new day or day, but it's got to go the way it has to go. I'm not missing 2 shows in a week. Look, we gonna do what we got to do, unless I was like sick or something like that. And y'all know, even anyway, Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships Thursday, even though it's Flashback Friday now. But this is the show that was meant for Thursday. I'm glad to be here. I'm feeling pretty good today. I had a pretty good day. Things have been going pretty well this week overall. Like for the most part. Anyway, today on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about give them what they want or give them what they need. And that doesn't really define or explain exactly what I want to talk about tonight. Being as though it's the Christmas season and there are going to be a lot of gifts being given, I wanted to talk about the way that people give gifts, whether they are Christmas gifts or whatever, Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, anniversary gifts, some type of special occasion gifts, whatever, housewarming, whatever. Do you or are you the type of person that will ask a person what they want? And as simple as that sounds, you would be surprised at how many people do not use that method when buying things for people. I've known plenty of people, parents. I've known parents who never asked their kids what they wanted. They just gave their kids whatever they thought that they needed, which is a parental right and sometimes a responsible thing to do. However, as a child starts getting older, they're going to want to have certain things for themselves, which isn't unreasonable. You know what I mean? So when we talk about asking somebody what they want, you have to be the type of person that cares about somebody else's satisfaction in order to do that. And not everybody cares about somebody else's satisfaction. Many people who buy gifts for other people do so with their own desires in mind. Like, this is something that I would like, so this is something that I think everybody else would like too, especially this person. So if you're the type of person that buys gifts for other people like you're really buying them for yourself, after a while, that's probably going to get called on the carpet, and that's probably something that's going to cause a little bit of friction between you and somebody else that's getting a gift. Or if you are the type of person who likes to give gifts because you like to see the reaction on people's faces, and you kind of like, there's a small bit of selfishness that may exist in the gift giving act. In other words, such and such better like this gift I gave him because I spent all this money on him, or because I worked on it really hard, or because I put so much time and effort and thought into it. It be like that sometimes. What up, Stacy White? Thanks for coming on through. I appreciate it. So when it comes to giving somebody something, how much of the person who you're giving it to input do you put in when you give them something? Like I said, not everybody does that. Not everybody even cares about it. There are plenty of people out there that say, nah, you take what I give you. Or beggars can't be choosers. I'll give you what I got. You get whatever you want with your own money, with your own efforts, with your own time or whatever. Not all gifts are given with love and affection and good thoughts behind them. Not all of them, not all of them. But what about you? Are you the type of person that likes to see smiles on people's faces, or likes to see them light up, or likes to really make their day, or build a bond between the two of you? How you buy somebody something that's special between the two of you, so whenever they use whatever you bought them, they'll think about the times that you two had together, sort of like an heirloom or whatever. you know I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that. However, personally, I think that you should give a person what they want. There are plenty of people out here who just buy expensive gifts, and they give them to people, and they basically tell them, well, yeah, you better like this because I spent all this money on this. You know how much this thing costs? Or you see this designer label on this thing? Do you understand how much this costs? Do you know how exclusive this is? If a person does not fit the description of the gift that you gave them, then it's worthless. For example, if somebody is an earthy type of person, let's say a woman is an earthy type of person, and they wear like beads and stuff, and maybe beads around their neck. Maybe they don't wear jewelry. Maybe they don't wear like expensive jewelry. And you go ahead and buy them a diamond necklace or a tennis bracelet, or earrings or something like that, something that's bling, bling, bling. Yeah, it's a nice thing to do for somebody, and you may have spent a whole lot of money on it, but the thing is, you didn't take that person's personality and the way that they live and how they think about things and what suits them into consideration. You didn't take their person into consideration at all. You just bought what you think that all women should have. And you'd be surprised of how many people do that. Yeah, like, what you talking about? This is made by this designer or that designer, or these are VDS stones. You see these? These are VDS stones. That person ain't into that. You buying gold when somebody is into wood. They out here being concerned about the. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. They out here being concerned about the environment, and you out here pushing gold mining. Gold and diamond mining. So, but that can happen when you never ask the person what they wanted. Because honestly, you may not care. You may not care about what a person wants. You cared about what they should think, or what you think that they should want. Parents have done this. Boyfriends and girlfriends have done this. Spouses have done this. Friends have done this. It happens a lot. I went shopping and I bought me one of these things, and I bought you one too. Well, why'd you buy me one? Why you being so ungrateful? I'm not being ungrateful, but why would you buy me that? I'm not going to use that. And some people buy gifts for people and be like, well, how come you don't never wear it? Or how come you don't never use it? Or how come I don't never see you, blah, blah, blah. Never taking into consideration that you only took the gift because it was given to you by them. So although you may love them, you may like them, you may really, admire them or something like that, that was the only reason that you took the gift. The gift doesn't suit you. It doesn't fit you. It's not your cup of tea. It's not something that belongs on you. It'd be like you a vegan or something like that, and somebody go out and buy you a fur coat. Like, what? You killed a bunch of animals in order for me to have a fur coat? I'm not wearing no fur coat. Like, damn well that woman is in dreads She wears beads around her neck. She crafts, like she makes things, and very, very earthy. She don't eat meat at all. No meat byproducts. No cheese, no milk, no nothing. No milk, no cheese, no butter. 100% vegan. Doesn't believe in killing any animals. Won't even wear a leather jacket, shoes, nothing. And you went out and bought her a fur coat. Why? Because I thought she would look really nice in a fur coat. And every woman should have a fur coat. Well, why didn't you get her like a faux fur coat? I ain't buying no fake fur. Well, she ain't wearing no real fur. How about that? Well, that's because she ungrateful. Or that's because she don't come from nothing. Or that's because she don't know what nice is. Or that's because she ain't fly. Or that's because she ain't got no taste. Or that's because she ain't got no style. You see, this is a big fur coat. Mink, sables, lynx, whatever. Killed 15 chinchillas for this coat. Maybe more. So, giving a person what you think that they should have. Well, a woman like you should have a nice coat. A woman like you should have a fur. You should have furs and diamonds. She don't want that. She want to drive around in an electric car and go camping. She wants to ride around in an electric car and go camping. That's what she wants to do. That's where her head is at. She want to sit out in the sun and craft all day. Shout out to all my crafting people out there. I love y'all. I love a woman that knows how to make things. That creativity. I know that I get that from my mom. Because my mom was a maker. She sewed, she crafted, she was just, and at the same time, she liked expensive shit. She liked furs and diamonds and all of that shit. But at the same time, she liked to make home furnishings. That was her thing. So, yeah. But you might not think that it's wrong to just buy something for somebody that you think that they'll like, or something that you like and you hope that they'll like. And it may not be wrong. I don't think wrong is the operative word here. But what if somebody actually asks you for something, or you actually ask them for something and they told you what they wanted, and you took it upon yourself to think that they weren't being truthful about what they wanted? Maybe you thought that they didn't want to ask for something expensive because they didn't want to feel like they owed you, or they didn't want to, hurt your pockets or something like that. So you bought them something expensive instead of what they actually asked for. I have a daughter who's about to be 18 soon. She'll be 18 next month. And these teenage years that I've spent with my daughter have been the most interesting that I've ever seen. I've never met a little girl like this, a young woman like this. Never, ever, ever. Like when Toys R Us was back. By the way, Toys R Us is coming back. Toys R Us is opening up stores again. Yay, Toys R Us. Yes, yay, yay. Bring back toys and a place to buy them, But anyway, how long ago was this? It had to be at least 5 or 6 years ago. And when my baby came down to see me, because I live in Philly and she lives in New York, so she comes down on during the summer months and down some holidays or whatever. So She came down, and the first thing I used to do when she came down was take her to the sneaker store. Like, yo, let's get you laced with some kicks and some shoes or whatever. And she always looked at me funny, like she knew the routine. She knew the routine. As soon as she got to Philly, like, all right, we about to go shopping. And she don't like to shop. It's the weirdest thing, you know. Like, I'm used to little girls that like to shop, like to buy stuff, like to search for fly gear, you know. She was like, I want to go feed some ducks and play with some animals. I'm like, okay, I'm with that too. So one time we went to Toys R Us, and I'm like, okay, so what do you want? I'm thinking like, maybe a bike, maybe video games, maybe I don't know. I knew she was never into dolls or anything like that, so it wasn't gonna be none of that jumping off. But I figured, since she like iPads and stuff like that, maybe she would want something electronic. When I tell you how my baby's eyes lit up when she saw this ant farm, she saw this ant farm at Toys R Us, and it didn't have the ants, so she had to order the ants. So she had the ant farm, and then she had to send away to get the ants, and they would send the ants to her house, and then she could put the ants in the ant farm. And you should have seen the look of anxiousness on her face as we were getting this ant farm. I'm like, okay, so we getting the ant farm, and what else? She was like, what else? What? What else you want? We at Toys R Us. Rock out. She like, I wanted the ant farm. Let's go. Check out. She got on the phone with her mom, and she was like, Mommy, I got the ant farm, and we gonna order the ants. When I get home, we gonna order the ants and blah blah. And I'm like, well, I felt like I just saved $1,000. I ain't have to buy no designer jeans. I ain't have to buy no tops. I ain't have to buy no sneakers. I ain't have to buy no shoes. I ain't have to buy a phone. I ain't have to buy no video games. I ain't have to buy a console. I didn't have to buy nothing. And to this day, I can't understand it because she hasn't changed. She has not changed. She's still that way. She want to play with bugs, rabbits, birds, cats, dogs, raccoons, possums, groundhogs, otters, sharks, fish, bears, alligators, elephants, lions, horses, sheep, goats, flies, bees. Yes, bees. My dad, my late great father, was a beekeeper, and he harvested bees and got the honey from them and sold the honey. And he showed my daughter how to do it. It is what it is. You think it won't when it is. So I could never just run out and buy her something that I think she would like that didn't gel with her personality and what she liked. Ain't no use in me running out here and buying no little cute jackets and stuff like that. That she ain't with all that. Ain't no use in me going out here and buying no expensive jewelry and all that. She ain't with all of that. Ain't no use in me going out here and buying designer and stuff like that. She ain't with all that. So I have to literally ask her what she wants. And even now, she don't even tell me what she wants. Just give me some money and I'll take care of the rest. That's where we are right now. So you have to know, what type of person that you're dealing with when you decide to buy gifts, or when you decide to surprise somebody with something or whatever, because it just might not be what they want, and you can mess around and get your feelings hurt over it, feeling like they're ungrateful, feeling like they are unappreciative. Meanwhile, your heart might have been in the wrong place, but your brain was in the wrong. I mean, your heart might have been in the right place, but your brain was in the wrong place. You didn't take 1 second out to consider what type of person this is. And so you didn't ask them what they wanted. You just decided to go and give them what they want. I mean, you just decided to go and give them what you think they should have wanted. Now, that's a different thing than when we're talking about what somebody needs. You may see that somebody needs something and decide to go ahead and get it for them. Now, that's a good thing to do, I think. Like, um, for example, for example, let's take this chair. Let's take this chair that I'm in. This is a good chair. This is a very good chair. A very good chair. It works. You know, Goes up and down, front and back, and all that. It's a very, very good chair. But what if I had a little messed up chair? What if I had a little messed up chair and you could visibly see on camera that this wasn't a good chair? And you decided to go ahead and make a donation. You made a love offering. Look, I'm going to love offer you a new chair. You send it to my house or whatever. Because you saw that I needed a chair. You didn't ask me if I wanted a new chair. Maybe you just said, nah, man, you should have a new chair because that chair you be sitting on is just not, it's not good enough for what you're trying to do. You should have something nice. And I see that you needed a new chair. Maybe you didn't have enough money to get a new chair because these chairs are expensive. And so you got me a chair. And that's just an example. I don't need a new chair. This is a good chair. It's a great chair. But, seeing that somebody needs something and providing for them what they needed, I think is a pretty good thing. I still think you should okay it get it okayed by them. I still think that you should run it by them to make sure that it's going to go over well. Because if you don't, then you can cause a miscommunication and once again wind up getting your feelings hurt. And you don't want to get your feelings hurt just by doing a good deed for somebody. That ain't what you're looking for. Stacy White says, I paid attention to what people like that's around me. That's what's up. Not everybody does that. And I'm sure you know people who don't. I know people who will only buy you things that they like. They buy you things that they want. I've known people who will buy things for people and borrow the thing that they bought for them. Can I hold that thing I bought you? Like, what in the Indian giver is this? Are you a Cherokee, Sioux, or Seminole? What we doing, you Apache? Iroquois. Hey, man. I mean, what can I say? People are the way they are. They ill what they ill. Yeah, but I've known people who bought things for people that they actually wanted themselves and would actually go and buy it. I mean, go and borrow it from them or steal it back. Well, you wasn't using it, so I took it back because they felt like it was a slap in the face that they bought them this thing and then they didn't use it. People is a trip, man. people is a stone cold trip, but it happens. It happens. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? So, do you ask a person what they need? I'm sorry. Do you ask a person what they want and then go ahead and provide that for them, or do you decide what they need and then you provide it that way, or do you just buy whatever you think is nice or expensive or valuable, and then you give it to them like that? I think asking people what they want and then following through and giving it to them is a great way to forge a bond with somebody. You know, it's a really good way to let somebody know that you are reliable. There might be some integrity in the way that you move. All right, we're not gonna stress this show out, man. We gotta get on up out of here. We gotta get up out of here. We gotta get up out of here. So let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious December 14th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them, making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT, they are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT, they are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT, they get number one out the box. G. Bahia Griffin Ali, happy birthday to you. And also Brenda King, turning 49 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Lucinda Parson, turning 52 years old today. And Jimmy Matthews, happy birthday to you. And Michelle Renee, happy birthday to you. And Margot Carpenter, turning 57 years old today. Happy birthday. And Katie Shaw, turning 28 years old today. 28. Okay, and also Teresa Broxton turning 61 years old today, and Michelle Sanders, happy birthday to you. And Rain Cummings turning 37 years old today, and Teresa Williams, happy birthday to you. And Davida K. Spence turning 38 years old today, and William Rose turning 34 years old today. And wait, we got a few more. And Kayshawn Bay Allah turning 64 years old today. And Diane X Brown, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, my man Emmett Ross, turning 53 years old today. Going all the way back to the 1982 for my man. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious December 14th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, the rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing, you do the thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. Anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, do you ask them what you want, or do you buy them something expensive so they can stunt? Do you even really care about the thoughts that they share and the way they want to see themselves for their own health? I don't know if you are the type to buy a little something that you really self-like, but I know that if you build a bond, then you forever with that person probably have it going on. And I want to teach you a lesson. any gift that you give is something like a blessing. And I've blessed many in my day, and I got blessed by others. So I like to say that I appreciate me some you, and and one day I know that I'm gonna come through, and I'd like to return that favor. Hey, y'all, we got a lot of yo. All right. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night for another daily go get 'emism show. So y'all make sure y'all come on through. I said, come on through. All right. So uh 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 thanks for coming on through. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And I'm going holla. I said,